AITA for having sex with another person after my wife wanted to open up our marriage? So my wife, F30, and I, M33, are married for 8 years now. We had a fair bit of ups and downs during our marriage. 5 years ago I found out that my wife has cheated on me with a man she knew from Tinder. She has told me that after they hooked up 3 times or so. First I was shocked and wanted to divorce because cheating is a no-go for me. However, she told me how sorry she was and that she only loves me and she was really trying her best to show me that I can trust her again, and I did. Now let me introduce to you my wife's best friend Chris, M31. They've known each other for 15 years or so. And whenever we had issues, she always ran to him to talk. Chris is single. He has had some relationships but it never lasted that long. I know he has feelings for my wife. He is always telling me that he wants a girlfriend that is just like my wife and keeps telling her that I do not deserve her. I never thought much about it because in my head Chris is kind of a bootlicker and I never thought that he had a chance at my wife. Fast forward 6 months ago. We again had our ups and downs and my wife shocked me with the suggestion of opening up our marriage. I was shocked and immediately told her that I don't want that. At this point we did not have sex for like 8 months or so, she was never in the mood. And after trying many times to have sex with her I just kinda stopped because I did not want to push her. I love sex and being sexless for 8 months made me really unhappy. So the more I thought about her suggestion the more I wanted to try it out, so I agreed. She was baffled at first but in the end we both agreed and made up some rules which involved, there are no feelings involved either from us or the person we have sex with, no sex in our apartment, we tell each other when we have sex with someone else, we always use protection. I have a coworker, F28, let's call her Sarah, she is a very flirtatious girl and I always thought she was a bit into me. One night after our shift ended we walked to the bus stop together and I told her about the open marriage thing. She was immediately all ears and was very interested. She joked about that if I want to shoot my shot I can always ask her, so I did. I told her about the rules and the feelings thing. She made it very clear that she finds me sexually attractive but that there are no feelings. The next day I talked to my wife about my coworker and she told me I can go for it. Some days later I went to Sarah's place and we had sex. It felt good but it was not the same feeling having sex with my wife. The following days my wife was really quiet and we did not talk at all. I knew something was wrong so I confronted her. I thought maybe it was because of me having sex with Sarah. Oh boy was I wrong. She has told me that Chris and her had sex. After hearing this I fucking screamed at her and we got into a huge fight. Not only did she break the rule of not telling me when she has sex with someone else, she also broke the first rule about the feelings. Her excuse was that we never made clear when we should tell each other when we have sex with someone else, before it is happening or afterwards. But what really tipped me off was that she was trying to convince me that Chris has no feelings for her. In her eyes I was overreacting way too much. I did not talk to her for 2 days now and am staying at a friend's house ATM. In my head I keep thinking that Chris is somehow manipulating her so she separates from me. So AITA? Edit 1, seems like I am bootlicker myself, oh the irony. Update. Thanks to all the harsh comments calling me a idiot, doormat etc. it really made me realize what a fucking loser I am. Anyhow, got an update and am also answering some questions. Yes, my wife is fairly attractive, I heard that from colleagues on multiple occasions. She's that Pilates/yoga/fitness type woman. She got a boob job 6 years ago, which I paid for, LMAO. Nice butt, brown hair, green eyes. Me on the other hand, am fairly average looking. Besides my height and physique I don't have anything else going for. Because of my wife's fitness addiction, I got into it as well and as a result got pretty jacked. My best friend and I came to the conclusion that she's only with me for the financial security. I got a solid education, well-paying job plus my parents are wealthy. My wife has not been working for 3 years or so. I was also planning on buying a house this year. Yes, I think so too, that my wife had sex with Chris, and probably other men, before the incident. Let's get to the update however. I am still at my friend's place. In my mind this marriage is over and I am filing for divorce. I tried to tell her that yesterday over the phone but she was not answering my calls for 3 hours or so, so I've sent her a text before going to bed, telling her that it is probably the best to separate and that I want to file for divorce. I woke up to an excess of messages. She was angry at me at first but shifted to apologizing and wanting to work things out. We agreed on seeing each other today. So the next update will probably be the last one.